So this is one of those videos that I'm making because I haven't made a video in a while, and sometimes I'll get like this really weird thing where I'm like, oh, like I can't make a video, it's got to be perfect, and I haven't done one in a while. If I release one now and it's not perfect, it's gonna just be horrible. So this is gonna go on my Inside the Brain of Sean channel because there's no rules there. That's the only rule. But I wanted to talk about something, and so while I'm sitting here in the parking lot waiting for my wife to get out of physical therapy, I figured, what about all the new social medias out there? And I know social medias is kind of a weird sort of thing to call stuff, but what do we have recently? Just the big ones, right? We have like Post.news, Hive was around for a while, but now we have Threads, which is just Instagram, but where you can post text without a photo, but you can also post a photo. It's really a strange sort of thing. It's a direct competitor to Twitter. We still have Twitter. We have Twitter. So Blue Sky, which is sort of Jack Dorsey, but then if you say, "Oh, this is Jack Dorsey," people say it's not Jack Dorsey. It's a whole new team. He's only a small part of it. I mean, whatever. It's Twitter by the guy who gave us Twitter. It's strange. And then there's I guess, is that all the mainstream ones? I guess. I mean, TikTok is sort of there, but that's more like a TikTok, YouTube, Twitch sort of thing. I'm just talking about like the social media that you share text and links and stuff with, and maybe photos. I don't know. They all kind of blend together. But my concern is that they don't really offer anything other than not being Twitter. And I mean, that's kind of enough. I've voted in elections because people were not the other person. But the only real innovation I see is Federation, or if you're not familiar with Federation, you probably like Federation or ActivityPub. That's what Mastodon does. So there's Mastodon, there's like Pleroma, there's Misskey, there's Friendica, and now like WordPress and Tumblr are supposedly federated as well using ActivityPub. And basically, if you're not familiar, ActivityPub is basically like reverse RSS feeds. You know how like a web page, when you post a blog, or podcasts are based on RSS too. When you post something, it changes your RSS feed, and so if somebody pulls your RSS feed, they see, oh, there's a new item, and they can consume it. ActivityPub kind of works the opposite of that. If you follow someone, when they make an update, their ActivityPub server pushes, using like push technology, a message to your client saying, hey, there's a new thing, here it is. So, I mean, it works similarly, but ideally it's faster. And so it's like, it's a quicker sort of update for everyone who's following you, whatever. The nice thing about it though is, rather than just one centralized platform, like you're either on Twitter or you're not, or you're on Blue Sky or you're not, or you're on Threads or you're not, with Federation or ActivityPub, where servers can communicate with each other, it doesn't really matter there's not one person controlling the content, right? Because it works more like an email address, where it's your username at your server, and servers can connect to each other. And so if you don't like a particular server, you don't communicate with it, it's really much more like email than anything else, but real time, instant sort of thing. Threads from Instagram, Meta, Facebook, they're all the same thing, supposedly are going to open up to the Fediverse, but that concerns me, because does that mean they're going to start injecting ads into the ActivityPub feed? So like, oh, when somebody on Threads posts, like, yeah, they send you a notification, hey, so-and-so posted, but do they also like send you an ad? I mean, it's creepy, but technology-wise, it's really simple. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just very frustrated with all the new social media options out there, because it's like 2008, but we saw how it ended with, just a handful of platforms out there. The owners got super rich, and then it got more and more commercialized, less and less about people connecting to each other, then sold, and then data's sold, and then privacy's lost. I don't even know. Mastodon is innovative, and I like that it's innovative, but because there's not billionaires behind it and backing it with developers, one of the problems there is it's kind of a rough around the edges interface. Now, it's remarkably good for what it is, but it's not as smooth and easy as the other platforms are. And sometimes people can get really pretentious on Mastodon. Now, again, it depends who you follow. But I don't know. It's a weird world that we live in. And I kind of wish I could just abandon social media altogether. And maybe I can. But the problem is I like connecting with people. And anyway, that's it. I have a bunch of text messages I got while I was recording, so I'm going to answer those. Hopefully this new microphone worked. I got a new microphone. And I'll talk to everybody later.